everybody, welcome back. My name is Cassie. I am the Evil Secret Ninja, and I talk about books and review books on my channel. And today I am reviewing King of Battle and Blood by Scarlett St. Clair. And this is the first book in the Adrian Isolde series. I guess it's supposed to be a trilogy. This book was in the December Unplugged book box. So we follow Isolde, and she is a princess who has decided never to marry. She's the only heir, and so she's going to become queen, and she does not want to have a husband to tie her down, even though her father has been trying to find her a suitor, and she has had multiple lovers, but she just doesn't. She wants to rule the kingdom the way she wants to and does not want a man to rule with her. The kingdom is under attack by an army of vampires. They have accepted surrender. They have discovered that even though the vampires are susceptible in daylight, they for whatever reason they're not able to attack them during the day because there is some sort of magic protecting them, and so every time they try to attack them during the day, a plague breaks out or something horrible happens. So for whatever reason they're not able to attack them at that time. The kingdom has accepted surrender to the vampires, and the terms of the surrender are that she must marry the king of the vampires, Adrian. Obviously, she does not want to marry the vampire. They are their mortal enemies. She doesn't know even what. It's not like she can provide an heir or anything for the vampire because they can't reproduce. And so she is trapped into this marriage to marrying this vampire. And her homeland would like her to kill the vampire, even though that they have accepted surrender, and that way they will be rid of them. She decides to marry him because she wants to save her kingdom. And obviously a lot of her people don't agree with her and don't like that she made this choice. And she does attempt to kill him on their wedding night. And obviously it doesn't work. And he lets her know, hey, if you try to do that again, I will make you a vampire. And then you will have no choice and you will become the thing that you hate. Alright, I'll just say, I don't think that this book was really for me. It wasn't really something that I absolutely loved or enjoyed. The first half was her just kind of wanting this vampire, he is my mortal enemy, he has come and attacked my people and tried to wipe out my people, but I'm so attracted to him and he just lights the fire inside of me and I can't control myself in his presence. I understand that romance happens and that romance is a part of life, but I felt like the first half of this book was just way over the top, that it was all about them and their wild sexcapades, and the vampire was this not really charming, but absolutely he was way too sexy for my taste. These vampires should be killers, not necessarily mindless ones, but yeah, they just kill things, right? But no. So she actually is quite a jealous person. She won't let him drink blood from her, but is very controlling over who he can drink from. He obviously is very controlling also because he forced her to marry him and come to this world and be his bride in the vampire kingdom. So the first half of the book I absolutely hated and I just cringed because there wasn't a whole lot going on. I guess she was trying to uncover a mystery, but it was just so much of how much she wanted him and how he really just turned her on, and then they would have these crazy sexcapades, and I don't like that in books. I felt like if the author had just cut most of that out, the whole trilogy could have been done in one book. I was rather disappointed when I started reading, and finally about halfway through, the actual story starts to come out. There's actually a plot. We are discovering that the vampires are not what they say they are or what people think they are, and that the history that they have been told is not true, and the vampires know because they were there. It's kind of uncovering things. There were a lot of themes in there I didn't really like, but there's more to it than just the vampires trying to wipe out humanity. They have a purpose, and I won't say that the purpose is noble. It seems like it's, considering how long ago this thing started, it seems like it's a little excessive at this point. But there's definitely a curse and everything, and I guess it kind of hints that maybe there's a possibility that the curse could be broken. And I feel like the author did make some bold moves in the second half. that were like, wow, like that's a little intense. Don't know if I will continue the series or not. I think there was just so much of it that I didn't like. Kind of this whole idea that people are fated to be with certain people, as if we have no choice in the people that we love, which in my field is kind of a big problem. And people will put up with things that you probably shouldn't put up with when you're in these relationships where you feel like you're fated to be together. And it also takes your choice out of it. But then again, on the other hand, it is a book. And of course, if you are in a relationship in a book, the author has fated you to be together because they're the author. And they can do whatever they want with you because your character's in their book. So anyway, the first half I could have just... felt like I could have just skipped over it because nothing happened. And then the second half was actually fairly decent. And because of that, I'm very conflicted about whether or not I want to continue the series. Like I said, I feel like there's going to be lots more stuff that kind of like in the first half, I just prefer to skip through. But it might like be more spread out, which will probably just annoy me more. But I was interested in the plot and the story once it started going. I just kind of think, in general, these kind of aren't the books for me. But it came in a book box, so I was actually kind of excited to see what it was about. So I wasn't entirely let down. This is probably my favorite one from the Unplugged book box so far. We'll just see what January brings. Alright, so that is my review of King of Battle and Blood. Thank you guys all for watching, and you guys have a nice day. Thanks. Bye.